Um, hmm. Good morning. This is interesting. I have a little screen. I wonder why it's so small. Well, anyway, see if I can get it a little larger for me. Turn your volume up, and um, I'm not sure why it's so small, but I'm live. Okay, wow. I won't be able to see what I'm doing from very far, but hopefully it's bigger for you. I don't know what happened here. Let me see if I can. Hmm. Uh, well, okay. I guess that's the way it's going to be. Hi, Bob. Are you getting a big screen or a little tiny screen? Can you answer me on a comment? Hmm. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I guess we'll just go with it. Okay. So August. Here we are in August. And I hope your screen is larger than my screen. Um, let me see if this changes anything. I don't think so. Well, never a dull moment. So I was hoping it would be full screen like before. So I hope you're getting a full screen. Oh, it looks fine for you. Okay. So I won't be able to see exactly what I'm doing, but that's all right. It's a little overcast and cool today. So I hope you're all doing well. Here we are in August, month 8. Wow. And we're living in very interesting times, aren't we? So I would like you to start with something behind you. Let me do this a little. Okay, something behind you, underneath your torso, spine, shoulders. Okay, so using a bolster is, of course, we love it. Or 2 blankets, 3 blankets, 4 blankets. Okay, stacked. And then the blanket in the back, which is I need to fix, it would be to rest the base of your skull. And I'm going to show you another resting pose that you might want to try if you haven't before. It's called Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook. And you need 2 blankets or a towel and a blanket or 2 towels. And I'm going to set up in Mountain Brook, but you can do like so. But I just want something. There's something about after the weekend and so forth at the shoulders. I don't know. Too much of this. Okay, so I'm going to set up Mountain Brook, but you can be resting here with this wonderful support underneath you. So just remember that when you place something for your skull, you rest the base of the skull. Okay, you don't want to flatten or stretch out the neck. You want to support the curves. Okay, so that's plan A or B. The other is called Mountain Brook. And you'll have a support for under the base of your skull. And then you'll take a second blanket or towel, open it up, and sort of fold it like so. Okay. Not too wide. Not too wide. And that is going to go right behind your thoracic. Yeah. Now, if you have 2 blocks, you can do the T. Okay, and if you know what it is, go ahead and do it. I only have 1 block right now. But you can also do the T. If you know what that is, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to do Mountain Brook. Make this a little. So the higher this is, the more intense it's going to be. So for Mountain Brook, it always goes through the same. These are back bends, so it's a cat tilt. And I'm going to lift up onto right behind the heart. And then the other blanket is under the base of my skull. I have to remove all my hair clips. Okay, so I'm going to feel this elevation lifting of my rib cage. My hips are down, my shoulders are down. I can rest my arms, kind of slide them under the blanket or towel or on top, but I think under is better. You want the shoulders to release and you want a cat tilt. Okay, now you don't want too much support, remember. And wherever you are, eventually stretch out if you can. If it's too intense, then keep your knees bent. Okay, or just wait until you feel like you get an inner cue to stretch them out. So you're in one of these positions with something either under your thoracic or under your spine. And I'm going to leave you here. Oops, I got to take a picture. For, a couple of minutes. Okay? So as you allow yourself to rest, you might hit little edges of discomfort, okay? But you have to be patient and keep breathing into it, exhale, not holding, and allow your physical body, your being, to adapt and to open up to it. So I'm feeling it, definitely, right in that thoracic. And I'm just going to keep breathing into it. So sometimes we resist. We don't like to be uncomfortable. But to get to the other side, we have to go through a little discomfort, not pain, discomfort, to move through and hit a new level, a new threshold. Okay? All right, I'll get my arms underneath because this feels really good. So it's called Mountain Brook because it's like water. Water adapts to its environment, and a mountain brook adapts to the surfaces it flows over, and your spine is adapting to the surfaces it's resting on. Deep breath through the nostrils. Remember, only nostril breathing. But soften around the jawline. You don't need to press your lips together. So you want to, if you feel like you tend to tighten or harden the inner palate, the tongue, whatever, just slowly let them go and let the breath move freely to all your edges. Remember, your skin breathes. So another minute or so. So refreshing. Okay, so when you're ready, if you fell asleep, wake up, come back. Just gently bend the knees. Okay, if you're doing what I'm doing, all you have to do is lift up and remove the blanket. Okay, or towel. If you're on blocks or a bolster, you'll bend your knees, of course, and then tip onto one side. Remove everything unless you need support under the neck. If you're really, really tight, you put a little support under just the neck, but not too much, please. And then come back. And then you're going to roll around on that back body. Very nice, huh? And then just let's see how things are. This also helps to, in case you got a little compression in low back, which I hope you didn't, you shouldn't. This is a great release for low back. Remember, you can hold your knee or shin, but don't pull. Don't pull the shoulders up. You can also just hold the back of your leg, or you can use a strap, okay? You want the shoulders to stay down, and this leg is active. Your feet are active. Actually, let's get some movement in the right foot. You're probably already doing that. It becomes, some of these gentle stretches and movements become very natural and habitual, and that's a good thing. Okay, it says you're listening to the signals and doing things that are good for you. So 5 or 6 each direction, and then you can flex and extend. I can feel it just a little across the shin, not too much. And get your toes stretched all the way from the tips of your toes to your heel. And when you're ready, use the breath to change sides. Let's see what's going on over here. Something a little more here, but not a lot. I'm just going to breathe into it. So we just receive the experience and observe it and witness it. We don't have to put a story around it or excuses. Oh, I did this, so I have that. It just is what it is today at this moment. It'll be different tomorrow. It'll be different when we finish this session. So the idea is not to attach to those things or hold on, but just know that this is what's happening now. Okay, I might be a little stiffer. I might be a little more open. I might be a little more energetic. I might be a little more tired. It just is what it is at this moment. But we're here. And that's what's important. Okay, and then after we've done both, we'll just do a gentle little twist. So I'm just going to slide my hips to the right, stretch my arms out. Don't bring them too high. And bring your knees in. You can do either twist. If you want to do with one leg straight or with both knees bent, it's okay. Either way, we're just going to do a soft twist. But keep your right shoulder down as you bring the knees over. Okay, now I'm just warming up. So because my knees won't rest, I'm going to use support. Flex your feet. Try and stack your inner edges of your feet and knees. Keep turning your torso away from the knees. 5 more breaths, okay? And I'm feeling this. Okay, and this is the way we're going to warm things up. Breathe into it. Be sure you're resting the legs if you need to. Otherwise, you're just creating more tension. And then we're trying to move away from that. Okay, that's about 5 breaths or whenever. And inhale up. And just bring your hips to the other side. And over. And again, keeping my left shoulder pressing into the mat. So I'm going to put something underneath my knees so I can keep my knees and my feet aligned with one another. Okay? Breathe into this left edge. And clothing adjustments. About 5 nice deep breaths once you get there. If you need more, go ahead and do that. Okay? And we'll meet in seated. So remember, we don't just bounce up. We turn onto our side. Wait for a few breaths. Bring yourself up very mindfully. Okay? Okay. And now we'll come to seated. I think you can still see me. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to just for a moment stretch our legs out. Wiggle your toes. Okay. Get enough support under you so you're not rounding. Okay. And however you usually naturally cross your legs, do the opposite. So I usually put my right shin in front of my left. So I'm going to do consciously change. Let's just kind of test drive your alignment. Make sure your pelvis is in neutral. This is so important. This is not just important here, it's important throughout your day, wherever you're sitting. And we don't always have chairs or car seats and sofas and so forth that support us properly. Okay, so you really need to get whatever you need to support yourself. I'm going to settle in and just be for a little bit, maybe a minute or two, okay? I'm going to check the screen because all I have is a little pin dot there. I don't know why it's doing that. I think that will be a little better because we're going to be on hands and knees. Okay, so sitting, breathe, eyes closed, soft gaze down toward the heart. Bringing the hands to the heart and bowing the head, sending love, light, and healing to heart center, our circle of friends and family, and everyone, everywhere. So we use the breath and those pauses to reset and make sure we're here. Okay, so let's stretch our legs out again. Okay, you can recross. We're going to do a really nice soft twist. So remember, you don't collapse, you elongate. So we did the last twist, moving the hips. This twist will remove the spine. Take an in-breath and just start to turn gently toward your left. So we coordinate, we time the breath and the movement. We pause on the inhale and we move on the exhale. Because as we exhale, we empty and we create the space to move into the twist. And don't go as far as you can. Maybe 3/4 of the way. Nice deep breath. Look over your shoulder. We're just starting to get warmed up here. Excuse me. Hey, Barbara. Sorry, we have a visitor. What are you doing in here? What are you doing? How'd you get in? Go on. Go on. Okay. We have a visitor. Okay. Okay. Sorry. And inhale and do the same to your right. Okay. So this is the joys of here you go. Okay. Sorry. The joys of and the challenges, right? Animals, people, trash cans. Anyway, I'm back. Okay, did you do the twist on both sides? Great. Okay, And then stretch your legs out again and wiggle your toes. I don't know how he got in. He's the neighbor cat. And then come on to all fours. Okay? And let's do some hip and rib rolls. I'll be right back. I just want to make sure doors are closed. Okay. Okay. A harmless visitor. Okay, so hip and rib rolls. Okay, hip and rib rolls. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bird hands. Oh, yeah. Elephant hands. Alternate. Oh, yeah. Think juicy. Okay, and breathe. Okay, and breathe and move. This is so lovely, and this is all yours. This is very spontaneous, and I can sort of feel little hot spots here and there. Okay, and just be gentle, but I'm not going to avoid them. And integrate little baby lunges. I suggest that when you stretch out the leg, you stretch forward with the opposite arm with a little bird hand and lift up. And you're going to feel this stretch through the sides, the intercostal, to the armpit. There's a lymph gland there that you want to pay attention to. It's your immune system. And then maybe just lift up into a balance. Say 5 breaths if you can, or what you can do, breathe. And then some cat curls. Just go ahead and integrate those right in there. So you can create your own little sequences. Just do different stretches and movements. This is wonderful for your core. Okay, it strengthens the low back and the hip flexors and the hip flexors. And then you can take a rest in between if you want. So shake out. Okay, and then you want to do the other side. Okay, so I did my left first. In this case, it's fine, either one. And now I'm going to stretch forward. Oh, yeah. This is a great bilateral movement. Five or so breaths, and then just up we go. Strong arm, strong thigh on the left, lift up, stretch forward and back behind on the back leg. Breathe. Breathe deep into the abdominals. Do what you can, and then the cat curls. You exhale, try and touch your nose, and inhale. Keep the arms straight. Don't bend those elbows. Straight, and the leg goes straight back. Look slightly forward, and then curl on the exhale. Okay, and on the next one, down dog. Oh yeah, up we go. If you need to rest in between, do that on your own. Okay, let it be your practice. And maybe a plank. And and plank. Make sure your bottom isn't sticking up. Don't let your shoulders pass your wrists. Exhale up. And stretch your heels back toward the back edge. Lift those hips, and then inhale, lower, and cat dog. Okay, so cat, yeah, oh. So I'm feeling it right across where I had the blanket before, and you might feel it across a certain area, and just breathe into it. Those just become our little hot spots. And they're never not going to be responding, but that's because you live in a body. You live in a body, and when you move and do things, okay, you might be sore or tight, but it's just your body telling you you're alive. So cat and dog. Okay, let's do a few more. Cat and dog. Okay, and one more down dog. Well, we'll do more than one, but let's just transition. Breathe. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Sit back. Rest your arms. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Walk the dog a little. Bicycle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep the hips high. Take the weight off of your upper body. Stay in the inner edge of the hands, please. Breathe. A plank. Lower. Okay. And then if you need to rest, take a child's pose. Otherwise, we're going to take a knees, chest, chin, and into a cobra. Yeah. Back to down dog. So you're going to step forward on the right, step up, wiggle it up, lift it up. You can use blocks. I use bird hands. You can use knuckles or fists. High lunge. You can use a chair. Okay, you put your hands on a chair. All right. If this is too challenging, remember there's always ways to do it with chair. I'm feeling it in my hamstrings. Where are you feeling it? Yeah, it feels good. And I'm going to go back to down dog on exhale. So lift those hips really high. Lift that leg up and press it back. With intention and with the breath. Plank. 8-point pose. Stretch. And back. Take your time. Use your breath. So I'm going to step forward on the left. Bring the leg straight forward. Don't throw the leg out to the side to bring it further. Bring it straight forward in a straight line. It's a bad habit. And ultimately, it's not good health-wise either for your hips. Okay, I'm going to step forward. Up you go. Make sure you're nice and solid into your legs before you come up. You've been upside down. You might get a little wonky. And hands to the heart. Whew. Okay, wonderful. So let me fix this. Oh dear, bad hair day. Yeah, okay, I'm going to push this back. So I get a little further back. Okay, and so I want you to get your strap, okay? While I'm playing with this, you get your strap. You see me? A little higher. I'll do this. Okay, I think you can see me. I mean, what I'm seeing is this teeny tiny little, it would be like you bought concert tickets and you're up in the rafters. Okay, but that's okay. Those of you who have a strap of something similar, the default standing is always mountain pose, not this. And this is really important too. This becomes your habit. And this is a good habit. This is your alignment. So your feet are no more than like 3 or so inches apart, in between the insteps, and your second toe straight ahead. And you are supported by your own alignment, your natural alignment. And life can kind of throw us off, but the idea is to always come back and keep coming back to this natural alignment. It's not lost. Okay, and remember, hold the strap between your thumb and index finger. I'm going to show you, see how it's between my thumb and index. My fingers are spread apart. I'm not gripping it with a hard hold. It's a little wider than my shoulders, so there's no bend in the wrist or elbow. So we inhale, kind of stretch forward and up. Do what you can. If you have shoulder issues, just do what you can. As you exhale, let the strap slide. Notice my hands are still way stretched apart. I'm going to go back to my waist. And then inhale, reach back and over. Yes, you'll brush your hair and forward. Look how much I took up. That's why these are 6 feet. Take up the slack and go again. Those of you who know it are probably on the 4th or 5th round. Just breathe and breathe. So the idea is to stretch, but not overstretch. We don't want to hyperextend, but we want to keep our mobility. Okay, our mobility. Even if you can only go this far, it's important. And then do what you can. Okay, do a few more. I'll be right back. How you doing? And do you ever wonder when you come back to doing some of these why you don't do it more often? Human nature. Okay? And do whatever you need to do. But it's really just a great, simple stretch and so beneficial. Okay. Let's put that over there. Okay, and now we're going to do our half sun salutes. Okay, half sun salute. And so we're going to take advantage of the opening we've been doing, getting into the hamstrings and the back body, the arms, and so forth. Okay, so those of you who know it can start and continue. Just find your breathing rhythm and let that take you. Remember, bend your knees. Don't round. There's no rounding. And we might start a little tight on the first few. Just find your rhythm. Okay, so like warming up the engine of the car, and then you find your pace. Bend the knees, tip the tailbone, dog tilt, it's so important. And dog tilt in the half. And then just stretch and touch something. And then come from the soles of your feet, the earth, to the sky and to the heart. Continue. Okay. And swan dive, push out and fold. You might find yourself going, as you get into the next few, you'll find yourself maybe going a little deeper, and that's correct. And again. So on this next one, I'd like you to go into a full sun salute. Okay. On the right, and then a full sun salute on the left. Okay. Just go slow and gentle on your own. And then we'll do some things together. Okay, I'm still. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this together. If you're still doing half sun salutes, it's okay. Or you're doing a full sun salute, maybe you did 2 rounds. Bravo, bravo. Okay, so let's do some things together. So big inhale. So we do a side sway. So exhale, inhale, keep the shoulders down, lift up and over and up, and then swan dive over. Half. Okay, little cobra spine and fold. When you step back, lift and step back. Lift and exhale back. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. Go deeper. Lift those hips high. Stretch those heels back. We're going to go into a plank and hold for 3. Push the floor away. We're going back to down dog. We'll do a leg lift. Remember, do what you can. Don't pull, don't turn out. Keep the hips level. Look at your left big toe or your right big toe. And then try a plank with a leg lift. Then exhale. And a nice, strong cobra. You can be on your hands or your forearms. Make sure your fingers are stretched apart, strong legs. Try and get your toes to press into your mat. Cat tilt, big cat tilt. Lift your navel, lift your heart. Use your exhale or exhales to come back to down dog. Lift the hips first. Protect the low back. Make it stronger. So we're going to step up on the right. Now make sure you bring the foot straight ahead, even if it doesn't go all the way. So I'm just going to wiggle it where I want it. We're going to do a crescent. Okay, take your time. Find your stance. You all know the sequence. Take your time. Lift up. Try not to lean into the leg. You can press the right leg into the mat, into the floor, into the earth, but don't lean so much into it. Okay. And gently extend. Big wingspan. Okay, and we're going to come into balance. Do what you can. Tap down if you need to. Breathe. And either step forward or give a version of standing splits. I never really got to the splits, but we'll just do what we can. Breathe. I'm on bird hands. I'm trying to bring my forehead to my knee. Lift that back leg. And then slowly bring it down. Get your footing. And then we'll come all the way up. Okay. Let's do the other side. Hopefully I remember what we did. Big wingspan when you're ready. Push out. Move the space. Fold into yourself. Half. Open and close. Lift up from the hips. Use those hip flexors, stretch, step back. Lift, exhale, up and back. Really get more space around the joints of the elbows, the shoulders, everything. Get longer and plank. You hold, try it. And then I'll meet you back in down dog. Do what you can, rest if you need to. A leg lift, up, lift up, keep the hips level. Look at your right big toe, or start to look at your left big toe if you can see it. Try to keep it up there for a plank. Back, lift, like someone's lifting you from the left leg. And then your inhale, push the floor away. Nice, long Bhujangasana snake. No low back compression. And back we go. As many breaths as you require. Move on exhales. We're going to step forward on the left. And prepare for crescent. Find it on your own. Sometimes one side is a little more. So allow the pose to unfold for you with the breath. Try and hold at least 5 breaths, but you can go longer. And then take your time preparing for the balancing. Tap down if you need to. Use a wall if you need to. I'll meet you. Ooh, okay. So you talk, it's just, I'll meet you in standing split. And forward bend. And up we go. And take your time. That's why typically when I was teaching, I didn't do a practice. Okay, not doing 2 things at the same time. But here, I'm doing both. I still can lose my balance, that's for sure. Okay, now, yes, I'm going to do another round of sun salutes on your own. Yeah. So you can add in, if you want to add in anything that we did, you can do that. So another round of Surya Namaskar on your own. It should only take 2 minutes. Take your time, and if you decide to hold in certain poses or certain parts of the sequence, great. Find your own pace and your own rhythm, and I always encourage you to do it on your own. Just begin. Maybe just start with some cat dog. Maybe just start with some hip and rib rolls with a twist. Kind of get going. Some simple stretches, and then maybe some half sun salutes. And then maybe a round or 2 or 3 or more of sun salutes. When you're consistent, you'll be amazed how you'll feel, and then you'll be fine doing a little more and a little more. Okay, it'll become it'll grow organically. You don't have to force anything. We get enough of that out there. Okay, great. So we're going to do a little series now of standing poses. Okay, so give yourself some space. I'm probably going to go into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So I'm going to just adjust my mat a little. I have a block. So you are more than welcome to have, can you see me? Okay. You're more than welcome to have a chair or a wall or whatever, or just do what you can. Okay? So we just take a moment, get into the mountain pose, the first pose of yoga. Hands on the hips. Now let's just be in the full mountain pose. Just grounded. Feel the circumference of your feet. Your toes spread apart. Lift the toes. Feel how the arches of your feet lift up. Even if you have the flattest feet, it still activates that energy and lifts you up. That little dome of the arch lifts the dome of the pelvic floor, lifts the dome of the diaphragm, lifts the dome of the skull. So the energy coming from the earth lifts us up, and then we soften into it. Okay, hands on the hips. We're going to take a leg length stance. You don't need to look at your feet. Practice not looking at your feet. Then you can peek. Okay. And you're going to pivot to your right, 1 foot at a time. Remember, you pivot on your heels. That keeps your heels lined up. You can also take a marker, an indelible marker, which I used to do when I was learning. It was recommended by a teacher training, and draw a line right down the middle of your mat. Actually, this mat is so old, I can still see part of the red line that I drew 20 years ago. Okay, so that sort of turns you a quarter turn, your hips a quarter turn. And you stretch the arms apart, sort of twist your upper body back a little. We're coming into triangle. So I'm going to extend, Trikonasana, Trikonasana, 3-angle pose. I'm going to gently find my twist. A lot of twists in your standing poses. Strong legs support the turn of the torso from the spine, please, not from the shoulder. Your arms should still be in alignment with the side, not pulling back. You can look down to the side, but you should still be able to see your thumb in your peripheral vision. Nice deep breath. At least 5, or you can go to 8. Go deep. Deep doesn't mean going further, it means going deeper in. And then we're going to just do, this really is intense. Slide that left arm alongside the ear. This really gets into the side seam, doesn't it? Wow. And then we're going to come up. We're going to go into Warrior 2, so the stance is a little longer. You want to be centered, the hips are neutral, arms stretch apart. So feel the arms lift up from the soft side. And we're going to just add something in. Turn the palms up, shoulders down, ribcage up. Interlace, turn the palms inside out and kind of give a little extra stretch. Oh, that feels good. Breathe, and then extend and side angle. Again, you turn from your center, not your edges. Keep your right ear off the right shoulder. And you can choose now, if you want, to either come back up or try half moon. So I'm going to go into half moon. You can use a block. I'm just going to use a bird hand, but you can use a block or a chair. Or a wall. I'm going to ease back to warrior two. Do what you can. Try to do it with as much control as you can. And then straighten, pivot, and then come back to where I started. A mat on a carpet gets a little funky, so, okay? So let's do the other side. I'm going to move the mat a little. So I come into half moon, I'm not so close to the sofa. You can still see me. Okay? When you're ready, take that leg length, stance, then check. Yeah. Okay? There's no rush. And then pivot when you're ready. Kind of be in each part of the sequence. You know, so often we're so intent on getting somewhere, and there's nowhere to get in yoga. And that's a pretty challenging concept for a lot of us. We want to get somewhere, okay? And the idea is to go in and just get in touch with us, our experience. So triangle, trikonasa, trikona asana, three-angle pose, slowly turning, twisting. Notice where you feel it. I'm feeling a nice deep stretch, but it's not a pain thing. It's just a nice deep stretch. And then I'm going to go deeper. Oh, I'm going to bring this right arm. So we keep our extension. Breathe. Feel how that right leg digs into the earth to support the stretch. And then we come up in a big inhale and prepare for warrior two. Remember, when you bend the knee, you float the rib cage up. You don't dump, you don't push. This time, turn the palms back. Interlace them behind you, palms up, knuckles down. Oh, just stretch the shoulders out a little. If you can bring the hands off of your hips a little, oh, it feels good. And when you release, they'll just spring back out. And extend for side angle. Parshva Konasana, side plank pose. Stay strong in the back foot. Remember, your feet are always in those 3 points. Okay, the pad of the big toe, the baby toe, and the heel are grounded. That protects not just your feet, but your knees, your hips, everything. Okay, and if you choose to go into a half moon, you can use a chair or a wall or a block. I just look straight down because I'm on carpet and mat. So it's a little more challenging to balance. Lift that lifted leg really high. Activate the foot. It's a Barbie foot, so half a flex and then stretch those toes apart. Hold for 5 or as long as you can. Try and be consistent. When you're ready to come down, float the right leg back. Come back to warrior two. Take your time. If you lost it, just meet us here. And then we'll come back to mountain pose. Heel toes a little challenging on the mat. Okay, how you doing? Wow, great practice today. So we've done a lot of balancing. And I want you to do one more on your own, or if you want to do 2. So you can do half moon now. If you didn't do it before, you can now do it. Maybe with a chair, a wall, or a block. Or tree pose, okay? Trees are wonderful balancing. Or you can just do the marches, Okay, the march is in place. And I encourage you, if you need it, to use a wall, okay, a counter, a chair. If you need to step away and go do it and come back, I'm going to give you several minutes, okay, to like 3 or 4 minutes to do some more balancing on your own. But do something, even if you come up and down, up on the balls of your feet and down, and then the little marches. Just be consistent. Do 5 and 5. Do the lift and the lift. Keep the breath. Okay, find your rhythm and your little practice, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and I'll be back. How y'all doing? Are y'all balanced today? Or was it a challenge? Yeah, sometimes it's like that. But it's okay. It's the doing and the trying that's really, really important. And maybe just a little something every day while you're waiting for the coffee to brew or the water to boil for your tea or whatever. Or you're just kind of sitting reading your messages. Stand up and do some balancing. Come up and down, off on the toes, lift a leg stretches, improvise. It's really important for your bones And even if you have osteo or you're headed in that direction of osteo, even more important. Yeah, because you can slow that down. Okay, you can. And I've had students and teachers in the past who actually got much stronger. Okay, so now we're going to come back down to the mat to seat it, but I'm going to take you through there safely. Remember, you always, if you remember how, that's fine. But you always want to do it in a safe manner. Okay, so I'm going to take you back into down dog and then we'll come down. But we're going to do something first. I'm going to do it this direction. We're going to do thread the needle. Okay, so we'll go from down dog to hands and knees. Okay, and we'll do thread the needle. So when you're ready, always take your time. So do you remember thread the needle? I like to put something under my skull, a folded blanket. You can use a block. You can use your bolster. It depends on where your tightness might be. Mine's kind of in my shoulders. If it's in your neck or whatever, you can give yourself more or less support or none. But you want your head resting and your shoulder resting. Okay, and you exhale into the twist. Keep your toes turned under. And you're in the center of the mat. You don't pull to an edge. Breathe. You can do like I'm doing with my arm or stretch. You can give yourself a little more energy, but don't go too far. I'm right at my edge. At least 5 breaths, preferably 8 to 12. Okay? When you're complete and you inhale up, you do something neutral. So you can go back to cat dog, which feels wonderful after a twist. Or you can take a child's pose or do a cobra or down dog, something neutral. And when you're ready, you're going to do the other side. So you slide the left arm through. Clothing adjustments, of course. Keep your hips level. Shins apart, feet apart. Stretch into the toes. Your 8 or 12 breaths. Do the same, consistent on both sides. And again, do something neutral. I'm going to do a child's pose. I haven't had one today, and it just sounds delicious. So if this is challenging, which it can be, remember, just do what you can. You can put something behind your knees. You can rest on your forearms. You can stack fists and rest your forehead on fists. Or go to the full child's pose. Knees close or knees apart. Okay, you can also do the knees apart. And rest. The idea is to just melt into a child's pose and just, Okay, all right, when you're done with that, take your time. Have your block or something. And you're going to roll onto here. Back we are. Feels so good to come back. So we kind of go through this bell curve of energy. So that moon, slow, ease, and then really get into the out the sun, and then we ease back into our moon. Okay? And we love coming back to these very nurturing, oh, yummy. So, especially after we've done quite a bit, you know, it's our little reward. It helps to balance things out. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to just go back to extending one leg and just notice how different everything feels now that we've come through the other side of our practice today. Deep, slow breaths. 5, 8 on each side. Your minute, 2 minutes. Find your own rhythm and then do each side. Mm-hmm. Okay. And wait. Always check myself so I get carried away. So we're going to bring the knees in and we're going to stretch the legs up. Dog tilt. We're going to hold the right leg with a strap or our hands. As you exhale, keep the right leg extended up. Slowly lower the left leg until it's 2 inches from the mat. If you're not sure, tap and then bring it up. Breathe, keep the right leg lifting. 5 nice deep breaths. Breathe deep. Exhale into the abdominals. When you're ready, inhale as slow as you can. Wait. Remember, this shouldn't tweak your back. If you're doing it properly, proper breathing. If it is, then just look at how you're breathing because you have to exhale when you lower the leg. That strengthens and supports core. Just 2 inches. Tap and then keep that other leg up, up, up. Breathe deep. Not shallow, deep, deep breathing. Yeah, and when you're done, nice slow inhale. Good. Okay. Keep the legs up. Now we're going to take the arms overhead or whatever you can do. Okay, if you can't go all the way, just do what you can. Take a nice inhale and then exhale and hug. Empty. Inhale, open, extend, stretch. Your exhale. So find your rhythm and move the breath. Ah, it's a wonderful fluid movement, that moon energy, moving energy to every cell. And eventually, on an exhale, we'll bring the feet and the arms all the way down. Let's do a flowing bridge. Okay, so now as we bring the arms up to wherever you can, bringing the hips and the spine up. And it's a cat tilt, remember, because it's a back bend, and your exhale, slowly lengthen and lower. So remember, you're uniting the breath and the movement. Ah, it's like a massage. So another one. This time, if you can hold, your arms can be overhead or by your side. We can bend the elbows. If it hurts, don't hurt the shoulders. Don't overdo. Just open, breathe. Dig your knees into your heels. Breathe. Soft face, neck, and throat. 5 to 8 breaths. Remember, lengthen as you lower. When your thighs start to burn, yes, it's good. Okay, let me check the time, please. Okay, good, we have time. So we're gonna do supported bridge now with a block. If you don't have a block, use blankets. So remember, you slide the block under your sacrum. Oh, man, I love this. This is just a great way to counter too much forward bending and so forth. We need to do the front and back. Okay, so, and this is passive, so we get some nice deep opening. Make sure you're not compressing. Look at all the space I have here. Okay, it's a cat tilt, so it's like a bow. Okay, and I'm going to give you several minutes, and let's take a peek here, see where we are. Perfect. So you've got 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And just on your own, just you can extend one leg at a time and just count how many breaths, or maybe your minute. And then you can do both sides, you can do both legs. You can take your legs up in the air, or you can just stay in the supported bridge. And then you can also take the block eventually up to the next edge. It's a little more intense. Okay, but in any case, I'm going to give you about 4 minutes to do your own little sequence, okay? So I love this because I'm feeling this nice stretch across my psoas and hip flexor because I've been sitting a lot. Yes, I'm doing my walking and that and so forth. I've been sitting a lot, working on projects and doing this other things. So I'm using these muscles a lot, bending, stooping. So this feels really good. Okay, and I'll do both sides. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I can feel the stretch all the way up into my abdominals. Just find your own sequence. Find what works for you today. Let your body listen to your body's messages. That's why we do this, to really become intimate, one-on-one with us. It's so good, doesn't it? Mm. You just hang. It's fun to take the legs up. Since we don't have a wall, we aren't doing legs up the wall. Maybe you're doing that at home. I don't have a wall here and I miss legs up the wall. It's great. Be mindful if you have heart issues, if it's too much pressure on the heart. Otherwise, it's a great way to get the blood flow reversed, especially if you have a tendency toward veins, the varicose veins. Okay, it helps get some blood into the brain to refresh all that stuff that goes on between our ears. If you want to be challenged, here you can keep the right one leg up and try and touch down with the other. Don't tweak your back though, just lower, touch, breathe. This is pretty intense, but just you can try it. Okay. You just start, just play with it. Exhale. Keep the left leg up, up, up as you stretch towards the floor. Seems like it's far away. And then, and you can stretch the legs apart. So if we were sitting, this would be very challenging, but we used to do this on the wall. Okay, this is a great stretch for the inside. Just pay attention to your low back. Okay, so play with that, and you've got another minute. Take your time, always coming out. Another minute. Be sure and come into the resting pose before you finish. And wait. Remember, when you remove the block, lower very mindfully. Okay, so start to release, and we'll meet you. Oh, I love making this big circles. I can hear some little popping noises. Kind of get everything reset, energized, blood flow. And I'm going to do some sort of stretch knees forward, take the opposites, one to the right, the other to the left, big circles, like you're swimming, and then in toward you, circles. Maybe a happy baby, whatever. And then a big twist. Okay. Yes, a finishing twist on your own of your choice. So you can do the two knees to one side, you can do the side sway, you can do one leg straight and the knee bent, and nice deep twists on each side. At least 12 breaths on each side, please. And then Shavasana. Yeah, you've earned it. Then relaxation, okay? So I'm going to let you do the twists on your own, finishing twists. Although twists are neutral, so if you're doing a little practice on your own, you can do the twist anytime. Twists are wonderful. If you have anything that's compressed, herniated, or whatever, however, or slipped, be very, very mindful and maybe not do the twist, but you can still move and stay juicy, okay? And I'll be back after to bring you out of Shavasana. So take your time, and we'll come back together in a little bit. So maybe you drifted off. It's okay. Let the chime gently bring you back to this breath, this moment. If not, you can stay where you are. Allow the vibration to reverberate, resonate. Take some nice deep breaths. Stretch a little here, a little bit there. Maybe yawn. You feel great. Yeah. When you're ready, if you would find your way onto your right side, your eyes closed, knees bent, unless you just want to stay where you are and listen while I share once more from Hafiz. And just a reminder that at the end of the week, I post the 2 poems that I read during the week. Okay, this is from it's Daniel Ladinsky's translations. He has at least 2 books that I know of, translations of Hafiz. And this is I Heard God Laughing. And this poem is called Circles. The moon is most happy when it's full, and the sun always looks like a perfectly minted gold coin that was just polished and placed in flight by God's playful kiss. And so many varieties of fruit hang plump and round from branches that seem like a sculptor's hands. I see the beautiful curve of a pregnant belly shaped by a soul within, and the earth itself and the planets and the spheres. I've gotten the hint. There is something about circles that the beloved likes. Hafez, within the circle of a perfect one, there is an infinite community of light. And if you would, please join me or listen. Say to yourself or aloud, I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of peace, of light, and of truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Om Shanti. Blessings and peace to you. I'm so glad you're here this August. Okay. And let's see what the angels have to say. Okay. And the heart card. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Abundance. We'll take that abundance of not just material, but spiritual, friendship, love, compassion for self, courage, and follow your dreams. Yes, let's. What are yours? Okay. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you Thursday.